with the past 1 year. Now, first and foremost, we came into a very loose money supply situation. Between 2015 and 2023, the past 8 years, witnessed an incredible amount of pumping of liquidity into the system. In 2015, money supply was about 19 trillion naira. And in 2023, it was 54 trillion naira. I mean, that's a huge increase, a very, very huge increase. And a substantial amount of that, as I'm sure you all know, was through means. Okay, so essentially printing of money resulted in a huge amount of money chasing, because this is the implication, chasing the same amount of goods, a relatively small amount of goods. So I think that context is very, very, very important to have. And to put it in another way, while the economy on average was growing at 1.2% during that time, money supply was growing at 12.6%. Okay, so you can see the inherent distortion there. Then also, let's not forget that we had a situation where global oil prices collapsed, okay, in 2015. Okay, and with that collapse also, we shouldn't forget, unfortunately, and it's just a fact of life, that Nigeria is a monolithic economy. Okay, so you're dependent for everything on oil. And as a result of the collapse in oil prices, foreign exchange began to dwindle. And it's important to understand that within this period, the response to that was really lesser foreign exchange and fixing of foreign exchange prices. And that also harmed the economy to no end. In other words, you had a situation where the response to excess money supply, little foreign exchange available, was to fix exchange rates, okay, which now resulted in multiple exchange rates and arbitrage opportunities between one and the other, okay. And of course, this in itself resulted in a backlog of foreign exchange, because this is where all these things have come from. And sometimes people forget that this is the context in which we came into the saddle of the central bank. Okay, so it's just what it is. Real sector at the time were obviously unable to access foreign exchange, and things really got difficult, and inflation continued to spike. So in that situation, we came into the saddle. And of course, a number of things happened, one of which, of course, is with the background I've given you, attempt to harmonize the multiple exchange rates. And I believe that clearly has brought about the results it has, including the fact that you no longer have these multiple windows, and including the fact that exchange rate is a lot more flexible and people are more able to transact their businesses, okay, through willing buyer, willing seller, as opposed to a situation where multiple exchange rates discourages or does not enable that to happen. So clearly that has helped in no small way. And of course, the moderation, the multiple hike in exchange rates, the multiple hike in interest rates have also helped to moderate the inflation that I spoke about earlier, have helped to moderate the inflation. Don't forget that here was a situation where exchange rate was really running at an incredible pace, and people had lost confidence in the currency, or beginning to lose confidence in the currency. So we believe that these multiple hikes have helped for people to now begin to take a different look at their currency, and there's a greater incentive to hold Naira as opposed to a situation that we had